and welcome back to this channel. In this episode we're gonna talk about Illuvium. Many people have talked about Illuvium, I'm not the first one, but in this channel I'll try to speak about the things that the other channel don't talk about. I'm gonna give a lot of opinions probably on Illuvium, what I'm thinking, because I really try to give some value into this video, so watch the video till the end, listen to all the small comments that I'm giving, because those comments are gonna be important in your decision whether you should invest into Illuvium now, whether you should invest into Illuvium later if they release some better news, or if you shouldn't invest into Illuvium. Alright, let's go. So here we can see the Illuvium start site and it looks cool. Like, the first impression that I got with Illuvium was that Illuvium has a pretty sick name. Like, just in general, the name Illuvium, it's pretty dope. Reminds me a little bit of Illumination, right? And then they have some word games there with Illuminati. It's kind of a funny wordplay. Then the whole design, like I saw the gameplay, I saw the trailer, like it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Even as a super RPG game fan, I really do appreciate like the design of everything. Like I feel like I'm in the epic world. So let's go over the site. Like basically this game tries to present themselves as an AAA type of game, which basically means that they should be like one of the top games that should be published. So here's a quick explanation of what a AAA game is for those that don't know that. In the game industry, that's a loose term, but a lot of big games like EA Game Sports and so on, Final Fantasy, have started to call the best-selling games AAA games. Then there were similar terms like AA Plus because they wanted to make their games cooler. Kind of reminds me of like the hotel chains kind of structure. Like some hotels are being called 4 stars, some 5 stars. Now we have hotels that have 7 stars. Then we had like 4A, and yeah, basically they always want to push their next games in terms of, okay, this is actually like the coolest game right now, you should play it. That's what I want to say with that. And it's more like a marketing term. So the claim is pretty big if you ask for my opinion. So the game is basically like an open world RPG game. You let those Illuviums, that's how the characters are called, like an Axie Infinity. You have Axies in Pokemon, you have Pokemon, you collect Pokeballs, etc. Here you have Illuvials. They can fight with each other. It's an auto-generated game, so basically it's more strategy, which I actually also really like. The trend went more into like auto fighting instead of like training for those kind of things. And I think it's because most cool games where you can actually do stuff and actually fight, they were already created like 10 years ago. Like there's nothing much more happening there, but like those auto play games where you basically let those characters fight with each other wasn't such a trend, and now it becomes more and more relevant and more games adapt that, and it's pretty cool. It's a different kind of fighting system, but there you can strategically think more about in which collection you should collect those creatures that will fight till each other. You have to think about strategy. Yeah, basically you collect those Illuvials, you can upgrade them, you can discover more powerful forms if you upgrade them. Basically, what is also interesting to say, when you saw my other videos, I've talked a lot about that I like that most cool new games are built on the finance chain system, on the smart contract of them. But what I found interesting about them is that they have built it on the Ethereum second layer system. So they are really betting that the system will come out, it's gonna be good, etc. They're also gonna pay 0.5% on Immutable X, who's featuring it on every transaction that is happening from the person to the game. Like within the game, you basically don't pay anything to other players. If you're exchanging the NFTs that you're collecting and you change them for others, you don't pay anything for that. But if you buy stuff in the game, and you don't have to do it, which is also kind of cool, right? With Axie Infinity, there's a minimum investment. That's why a lot of people can't play it. But here you can play without, and then afterwards you can upgrade that. I think such a revenue model is the most efficient one, because you can get as many people as possible into the game, and then afterwards, when they decide that the gameplay is cool, etc., and they want to maybe they want to play more, maybe they want to earn more, then they can start investing their money into the game. But just to try out the game and just to spend some money on it, and it's like in the beginning stage, I think it's kind of like too much to ask. That's why I also think like Axie Infinity only went viral, because people saw it more as a money-making machine as opposed to actually playing the game, right? I'm not saying the gameplay is not cool, but this was like the first step. Like if you're seeing the YouTube videos, it's more about like how to make money with Axie Infinity, as opposed to like, oh, the game is so fun, like let me try this out, let me try that out. Like, come on, back to the thing. Yeah, these are the partners, that's the whole site. I like the site, the marketing of it is pretty cool. They have a pretty active Twitter account where you can see what is happening. They have a supported Discord channel with over 150,000 members, which is a lot if you compare it with the other videos of mine. So it's important that you actually subscribe to the channel and watch the others, because there I'm gonna present also the other games, the other NFT games, and there you can compare the numbers with each other, so you see whether game is overhyped currently, game is underhyped, and yeah, the structure of the videos is pretty much the same, so you can get the relevant information from all the videos, and then from there you can see it. Like, it's basically, I try to avoid the bias of what you're seeing. So if I'm just showing like the positive things of each game, like you will think probably every game is gonna be like getting super viral, 10x, whatever. But yeah, we have to go through like a rigorous structure. Some comments to the roadmap. It's pretty cool that they have actually said here after this it's completed, which I don't see in all the roadmaps. So that's cool. I'm seeing also that they don't have like so many goals. They don't like put so many things that they're working on in their plan. Like, most relevant things is that they actually want to finally release the game in the first stage, so people can actually play with it. And they wanted to release it already in Q3. Now they set it to Q1 in 2022, but a lot of opinions say that they will probably not achieve that because they don't have too much gameplay yet. They haven't set everything up so you can actually enjoy playing it. And people are like, especially players, they are really you don't forgive somebody so easily if you start playing and the game is shit. Like, think about it. If you want to try out something new and you want to find a solution, you're trying out a video editor system, or you want to try out a new app that you found, like, you will try it out only once if nobody else is recommending it to you, obviously. Like, maybe you're just not so smart and you can't figure it out. But if the gameplay is not so good and you try it out and it just doesn't work, you're not going to return to this. And if you're missing out on this, a lot of people will have a bad opinion about it, and therefore it's really hard to recover from this. So in my opinion, like, the start of the game has to be good enough that people actually want to keep playing. Or at least with the crypto games, get those people on board that can make money with the game, so there's enough people staying in the loop to make money with the game and they're playing. And then afterwards you get also more mainstream people on board that are playing to have also fun with the game, right? I'm not saying there's only people who want to make money with NFT games, but I guess the majority of people are those people that want to make first money with that. It's a basic graph of development of each game, of each new starter, I would say. So back to the thing, what I can say, and this is, I guess, like the most important part. Really watch this part till the end. Like, in most things that I'm investing, you can say that for the crypto industry, but you can also see it in the angel investing side. Most of the time, you have either salespeople or technical people. And the best thing that can happen is if you put a salesperson with a technical person together and you let them do a startup. This is the most and best thing that you can do. Don't have too many startup founders, right? Limited to 2 to 4. If you're alone, nobody would invest into you. Like, it's already proven, like by Y Combinator, by all those big VCs, that it's pretty unlikely that big startups will happen with a team of just one person. So 2 is like minimum, 4 should be like kind of maximum, depending on whether you need the skills of the others. There should be only like one sales, like one marketing organization manager kind of person, and there could be like multiple technical person on board. And yeah, let them do a thing, and let there should be a balance between marketing and actually founding it. And the problem what I'm seeing with this game is that basically those 2 founders, they are brothers from Australia, they don't have much experience with the gaming industry itself. I've looked into Kieran, the one main founder. He's doing more marketing than his brother. His brother is more doing the design behind it. Like, he really likes Ethereum, so that's also interesting to say. That's why they built it on Ethereum. No, you know why it's interesting to see that? It's because you see in the end from the founder where the game is going, and this is just one example of it. I've checked out his LinkedIn site, and basically what you're seeing, and I saw that also in other articles, like he was doing other things beforehand, like he was selling burgers, he worked in sales obviously. So yeah, to claim that he will release an AAA game, a AAA game, by just starting the game around 1 year ago, getting the hype, obviously that was definitely a good move right now to get into the stage right now. But to expect that this game would be like a AAA game, wow, that's a really big claim, right? And with these terms, I would also say, like, for example, Gala Game has a market cap of 400 million currently. In comparison to Gala Games, it's kind of close, but Gala Games, the founder, as if you watch my YouTube video to it, you can find it here. The guy, Eric Schiermeier, has actually experience with building games and scaling them, right? He has built like an empire with Zynga Games, with multiple games. He's doing 20 billion. So he definitely has experience with that, and he knows how to build games that people like to enjoy games. It's important to say that we are in the gaming industry. We are not in the crypto industry here. Like, it doesn't matter so much whether a person has a lot of experience with crypto, because the stage of crypto gaming is young anyways. The best thing that you can look out for if you're watching this video, and if you want to invest into some low cap coins maybe later on, is to look for the founders and where they have experience. If they are just like hobby crypto hobbyists and they want to make money with gaming now, etc., it's not as good as somebody who has actually developed games, who has worked in studios, who knows how to technically build games. They know on which platforms to build it. They know what people really enjoy doing. Because in the end, like, the crypto thing on the games is really just a small part. We just have the new things that we are having is the play to earn, which is built on Ethereum or any other crypto infrastructure. Or what we have right now is the NFT, which gives us basically the opportunity to buy things in the game and own that as an asset. But if we are honest, those things we can develop with one main guy who's responsible for that. That's not the main focus of the game. Like 90% of the team should actually work on the marketing and the technical things, which makes the gameplay good and markets the game so a lot of people go into the game, play it, make money. You can reinvest everything. And yeah, like the rest of the team, I watched them. They have some experience with that, but I guess there's not the main focus. And if you saw like the trailer of it, and you saw the gameplay, like you can definitely see, okay, they have put more effort into the marketing side of it. So that's why I think it's currently overvalued. And one interesting thing that I also like to point out, I find it really interesting that every time a game announces that they will launch on Binance, that you can buy their token on Binance, you will see a spike with that. So for all the future things, like if Binance says they will launch, they will list their coin on their site, just get into that. It will always have a spike. There's like a lot of people on Binance, one of the biggest platforms of buying tokens, one of the biggest exchanges. So overall to the game, I would say they have pros and cons. If I ever get into an interview with the founder, I would definitely like pinpoint him out. I give him unsolicited advice about being more focused on the technical side to rescue his game, but I guess he knows it himself already. Probably people pointed them out already to this side. Yeah, besides that, I think the game has a deep and enjoyable gameplay dynamics. The characters, like there will be only 100 Illuvials in the beginning, which is kind of low, but they all have cool designs, and to collect them as NFTs and to upgrade them will be probably fun. And in my opinion, like if I'm playing like some role-playing games, I want it to look epic. I want them to like post them in or have them as a background picture somewhere. Yeah, that's kind of my style. Also, like that they're using the Unreal Engine 4 promises an immersive world. They have used a lot of colors from Fortnite, which gives it also a big boost on the side of, again, the design. And I'm seeing why it's currently so hyped. I haven't seen any other game that has so good detail in what they do, but yeah, again, more focused on the technical side. So with that being said, if you want to watch more videos of those that are about crypto games and good analysis of them, like, subscribe and hit the bell button. Don't forget it, you do it for the culture. And yeah, with that being said, see you in the next video. Cheers!